You know what, George? You are better than me, and I don't know what it is that you expect to find out there except a larger audience for your 2 shows a day of suffering. I know that I'm not as smart as you, and maybe I can analyze and theorize and speculate on why we behave as we do and react as we do and suffer love and guilt and hate. You read all those books, George, not me, but there is one thing that I do know. I know how I feel. I know that I can stand here watching you try to destroy everything that I've ever wanted in my life, wanting to smash your face in with my fists because you won't even make the slightest effort to opt for happiness, and still know that I love you. That is always so clear to me. It's the one place that I get all my strength from. You mean so much to me that I am willing to take all of your abuse and insults and insensitivities because that is what you need to do to prove that I'm not going to leave you. I can't promise that I'm not going to die, George. That is asking too much, but if you want to test me, go ahead, test me. If you want to leave, leave, but I'm not the one who is going to walk away from this. I can't take it for forever, but I can take it for tonight, and I can take it next week, and yeah, next month I might be a little bit shaky, George, but I'll tell you something. No matter what you say about me, I feel so good about myself. Better than I felt when I ran from Cleveland, even though I was frightened to death of New York. Better than I felt when Gus was coming home at 2 o'clock in the morning just to change his clothes. Better than I felt when I thought that there was no one else out there for me in the entire world. And better than I felt the night before he got married. And I thought that I wasn't good enough for you. Well, guess what, George? I am good enough for you. I'm wonderful. I am nuts about me. And if you are willing to throw someone sensational like me aside, then you don't deserve as good as you've got. I'm just sick and tired of running from people and places and relationships. And don't tell me what I want, George. I'll tell you what I want. I want a home, and I want a family, and I want a career too. I want a dog and a cat and 3 goldfish, and there is no harm in wanting everything, George, because there's not a chance in hell that we're going to get it all anyway. But if you don't want it, then you've got even less of a chance than that. Everyone else is just out there looking for these easy answers, and yeah, if you don't find it at home, hop into someone else's bed and maybe, just maybe, you might come up lucky. Maybe. You'd be just as surprised at me at some of the maybes that I've seen out there lately, George. Well, none of that for me. If you want me, then fight for me, because I am fighting like hell for you. I think we're both worth that, and yeah, I will admit that I do have one flaw, one major monumental fault. Sometimes I don't know when to stop talking, and for that I am sorry, George. I apologize, but I am now through.